Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube land? This is your main man. They call me a whole bunch of names: DJ Troy, Lecture Troy, Pastor Troy. I have a whole bunch of names, but today, you know, I am talking about this young man right here. As you could see, this is from the number one black newspaper or weekly newspaper in New York City. It's called the Amsterdam News, and you could see the big headline, the first page. As you could see, it says, "Why is he dead?" This, of course, is about Mr. Trayvon Martin, age 17, gunned down in um there's just no words for me to really describe this incident. We all know what happened. Young African American guy walking inside a gated community was there to visit family member. For whatever reason, the neighborhood watchman saw him there, got scared. He was carrying a Glock, the neighborhood watchman, and he approached Mr. Trayvon Martin, and something happened, and at the end of the day, a 17-year-old unarmed man is dead, shot dead, um, with a bottle of iced tea and a packet of Skittles. Um, what and I hope that you guys could bear with me as I get through this, because it's a very hard thing to fathom, and it's not easy for me doing this video. Usually I do videos to share my opinions about stuff, and have a little bit of fun. This is probably one of the few videos that I think I'll actually make that is just not fun. It's not a fun thing to talk about. You know, so I hope that my regular audience who constantly support me, watches me, clicks on the ads, so that I can get a little bit of ad revenue from Google and YouTube. Thank you. You know, it's hard. It's hard to discuss this case. So please bear with me, okay? Now, here we have Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old unharmed black man wearing a hoodie, okay? Wearing a hoodie in a neighborhood that apparently hoods aren't wear inside, okay? Apparently, he being a black man is not supposed to be in that neighborhood, okay? So, the neighborhood watchman called up 911 stating, well, we have somebody in here that's looking funny, that's acting funny. Okay? Now, I know the state of Florida have their laws where, as long as, the homeowner or the resident feel violated, you know, they're able to defend themselves. And ever since that law passed, I think they said like over the murder rate of people have gone up by 25%, where people literally, as long as they feel threatened, they kill you. Okay? And the point is, this has to stop. Okay? I'm doing this video so that the only thing that could happen is that this has to stop. Okay? I was in church today, and representative, or my representative in my district, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke spoke at my church, Christian Fellowship Church today, and what she said, in the past 10 years, what has been happening to the young black youths is that they have been a search and frisk policy that has been endorsed by the NYPD. And what this means is that as long as you look suspicious, as long as you look funny, the cops could search and frisk you. Okay? And the bottom line is that, black men, especially in New York, their freedom, their civil liberties actually is being violated. Because as long as they're wearing a hood, okay, as long as they're wearing a hood, they are subject to search and frisk. And I'm not playing the devil's advocate here. Some reports have suggested that this has helped decrease, some violent crimes because the guns that they actually get off the street from this search and frisk policy has actually saved many lives. And listen, I'm all for it. I'm all for saving lives. Okay? But when brothers are being searched and frisked and they cannot walk the streets, you know, it doesn't make any sense. So right now, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, what she's trying to do, she's trying to introduce legislation that will help ease this madness that's going on. Okay? And let me get back into Trayvon Martin. The reason why I digressed a little bit is to let people know that there's a pattern of racial profiling going on right now in America. There's a pattern of racial profiling. As long as you're black, you're subject to search and seizure. Okay? And it has to stop. Okay? I saw a couple of videos with talk show Geraldo Rivera where he says something about, Trayvon shouldn't have been wearing a hood and all that kind of stuff, man. I mean, brother, I know that in Miami, Florida, the weather's kind of good, but in New York, for the past couple of days, it's been cold. It's been cold. And sometimes you got to wear your hood. You know what I'm saying? You got to wear your hood. So because I'm wearing a hood, that means that I'm subject to search, seizure, and gunshot. Huh? That's what that means. Okay? And the nonsense that's been coming out of this story is appalling me sometimes. The brother shouldn't have been wearing a hood and all that. I mean, we have freedom. We supposed to be able to, you know, be able to wear a hood, man, and not be, subject to these things. And again, too, there's so much injustice because I was reading some of the posts on Facebook, and there's cases upon cases where young African American men and black women have been brutally murdered, okay, for unjust cause. And in every single case, these people are unarmed, okay? I'm not talking about incidents where, you know, brothers have weapons. They're unarmed and they're brutally, mortally wounded. They're shot dead by police. Okay, and now we have the case of Trayvon Martin where a brother was shot dead by a civilian. Okay, this stuff has to end. Okay, what do I propose to this? What do I propose? Number one, it starts with Congress. Okay, we need to have some sort of legislation that states that, listen, people's civil liberties must be protected. There need to be some kind of sensitivity training by the NYPD and by the police and by law enforcement across America where, there's a dialogue that not because someone's pants is sagging, not because someone is wearing a hood, it means that they're a murderer or it means that they're up to no good. The brother had Skittles and a bottle of drink and he's going to visit his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve this. This is why the Amsterdam News have up this picture saying, why is this young man dead? It just doesn't just doesn't add up. It just doesn't make any sense, people. Okay, so all I have to say is that Congress have to come with some sort of legislation. The law enforcement also needs to be more sensitive, and also to people in general. There need to be a dialogue amongst ourselves where we sort of understand, okay, that half of the things that you see these young kids are wearing, if they have their hoods on, if they have their pants sagging, it doesn't mean anything. It's just that's just their style. And not because you wear a hood it means that you're a gangster. Okay, also too, sometimes there must be a dialogue between the music world and people, where people understand that not because you know these artists sing I'm a boss, and they have stacks of money, mean that this is what they're doing. Okay, because if half of these rappers out here who sing about murder and gunshot, if they should have been committing those crimes realistically, they would have been in jail. Okay, as we well know by Jamaican artist right now, Mr. Vibes Cartel, who is incarcerated. If you listen to his music, he sings about murder, he sings about this, he sings about a whole bunch of things. Okay? And that's just him singing. But when it got real and someone was actually killed, okay, his freedom, his civil liberties was taken away, and now he's on trial for murder. Okay? So there must be a dialogue between people where we understand reality and we understand fiction, and we understand, not because someone wears a hood, it means that they're up to no good. Not because someone listens to rap music, it doesn't mean that they're up to no good. Not because someone sings about murder, it doesn't mean that they're actually committing a crime. Okay? These things need to be addressed. Okay? And we also need some justice for Trayvon Martin. We need some justice. There's no way that this brother could just shoot an unarmed youth. Okay? Shoot him down in cold blood, and there's no justice, there's no arrest, there's no nothing. There's just no just cause. Okay, there's no just cause of somebody getting gunned down versus a bottle of Skittles. Okay, a Glock versus a bottle of Skittles. You know who is winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the mugshot of the guy that shot Trayvon, okay, you can see this is a brolic dude. When you look at Trayvon, he's a skinny dude. Pound for pound, pound for pound. Trayvon didn't deserve this. Okay, so let me tell you guys this. Okay, if you could call your congressman, if you could call your local legislator, please try to get some justice for Trayvon. Okay, if you could be able to do something good for Trayvon by marching, following the Reverend Al Sharpton, writing to your local congressman, do what you can so that justice can be served. What we want, justice. When do we need it? Right now. Okay? We need a movement to let people know that it's not okay to shoot down our innocent black women and black men. It's not okay. Okay? We are not target practice. We are flesh and breathing human beings. Okay? And we deserve a chance. We deserve the American dream. Okay? As a black man, we deserve to live in love, peace, and happiness. I say again, go out there, march, unite, and fight for justice for Trayvon Martin. There's just no way that this man, this brother, this child should have been killed. There is just no way. I said justice for Trayvon. Justice for Trayvon. When do we need it? Right now. Where do we need it? Right now in America. Okay? So, people, let's all unite and let's all stop the madness that's going on in this country. Let's all stop the madness that's taking place with our young youths. And young youths of America, as long as you're seeing this video, please go to school, get a good education, and take care of yourself. Okay? Because you do not want to become another statistic. Justice for Trayvon. Justice for Trayvon. When do we need it? Right